We have a major report. In a recent interview with the New York Post, Josh Hart recently spoke out about his offensive struggles with the New York Knicks this season. And he was very critical on his uses with the Knicks and how he's being utilized in the offense. We're going to break down the report and let you know exactly what he said. All of this and so much more today. But before we get started here, guys, about 65% of you watching this video right now are not subscribed. We are on the road to 5,000 subscribers, and we are so close, guys. If you love daily Knicks content, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to turn notifications on so you don't miss a second of any of the new content. And now, let's get started. Josh Hart recently spoke out on his offensive struggles this season. Josh Hart has not looked like the Josh Hart of last year. This season, he is struggling to make the same impact, definitely struggling with his offense, and a lot of times, and I know it hurts your soul just as much as it hurts mine when you see him do it, he catches the ball in the corner, whether the defender is on him or not, he'll hesitate, move that right knee for a hesitation move, he'll drive into the paint where he'll either kick it out or he'll force up a floater shot. Oftentimes, he'll miss that shot and he'll make a turnover, and then the other team gets the ball. They'll drive it up the court, and sometimes they're getting an and one. They're taking contact or something like that's happening. The Knicks are vulnerable when he's on the court from the three-point line because he oftentimes doesn't take the three. He passes it up. And if defenses know that and know all they have to worry about is your hesitation move, then they're going to wait for you in the paint and then make a move. That's exactly what's been happening. And oftentimes when he's on the court with Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle, he doesn't have the same type of impact because he's stuck in the corner, asked to be a catch and shoot type of guy. That is not his game. He is not that type of player. And the threes he even does make in his type of career, he does it in rhythm. He does it when he's catching the ball, walking up into a three. That's a lot of the times when Josh Hart is making those three-point shots and making those impact moves. When he's being somebody that can move anywhere on the court, where he can walk into those threes, when he can be that type of player. But if he's being asked to potentially be in the corner, be a catch and shoot type of guy, and find his offense in that regard, it may disrupt all the things that we've come to love with Josh Hart. And essentially, in an interview with the New York Post, that's basically what he said. According to Pete Bott from the New York Post, he states that Josh Hart's proficiency from three-point range has significantly slipped this season. And the Knicks spark plug admitted that he believes part of it is not feeling involved in the team's offense. Hart states exactly, just trying to get in a rhythm. I think that's the biggest thing. I'm a rhythm player. I'm not someone that's just a catch and shoot three-point shooter. That really just only does that. That's not really what I do. I'm more someone who can get it in the lane and find guys and stuff like that. And I'm capable of making shots. When you don't have a rhythm like that, or you don't feel included, it's just sometimes that's tough, not touching it and having to catch and shoot. So it's definitely something I'm working on, and hopefully I will get in a better rhythm. There is a lot to unpack here. Josh Hart just dropped a bombshell here with regards to his comments and how he feels like he's being utilized. He basically stated that he doesn't feel like he's being utilized correctly because he's asked to be a catch and three type of shooter. And clearly, that's not the type of player that he is. Because if he was that type of player, he would not be hesitating on those shots. He would be shooting those shots and making them. But that's not what he's doing. If anything, he's hesitating way too much. And then because of that, he can't find the right rhythm. He gets out of rhythm, and then he just becomes a passive type of player, passes out of the lane, and he gets it to somebody else on the three-point line that is being guarded heavily on defense. And it just doesn't work. He is struggling with the New York Knicks, and clearly he's saying the reason he's struggling is because, number one, he's not being utilized right. Number two, he doesn't feel included. Did you catch that part? He does not feel included. So because of that, it's hard for him to catch that type of rhythm because he is a rhythm player. So clearly, it's a shot to Tom Thibodeau. He is a rhythm player, and he's not put in a position where he can find a rhythm. That can mean a multitude of things, but I'm taking it to mean last year, he was not playing the backup power forward position. This year, he's playing the backup power forward position. That's one thing. Last year, he was not asked to be that three-point shooter, but he could shoot the three-point shot whenever he was open. This year, he's being asked more so to stretch the floor and be that three-point shooter. And he's not comfortable with doing that or being that type of player. So it's not working, and it's affecting his impact. And clearly, it's affecting his impact. He's not the same player as he was last year. His impact has lessened, and it always kills my soul when I see that hesitation move that he does from anywhere he's in the corner, regardless of where he is. If he's about to shoot a three, you can close your eyes right now like I am, and you can see him doing the hesitation three. Sorry, I'm getting mad because I just saw him do it in my head because I closed my eyes. Not going to do that again because it's going to make me mad. And I'm sure it makes a lot of you guys mad. Just shoot the shot, Josh. If you're open, shoot the shot. I scream at my TV at times just saying that. I get it. He's a rhythm type of player. The thing is, he would probably be more in rhythm if he took those three-point shots that he was open for, because defenses would likely run to him rather than wait for him in the paint. And then those hesitation moves would probably work a little bit more, and he'd be able to get to the spots he'd want to be in better. But right now, he's hesitating too much. It's affecting his game, affecting his impact, and it's not the same Josh Hart that we saw last year. When asked in a follow-up question about what he meant about feel included, Hart, who signed a 4-year, $81 million contract extension this offseason, began to elaborate before smiling and cutting himself off. He stated the following: "I think it's just in the rhythm of the game," he said. "Like I said, from myself, I'm an energy guy and a rhythm player. So for me, sometimes it's tough just to get into that rhythm. So I won't." That's where he stopped. He smiled and then he said, "Yeah, sometimes it's tough." He's an energy guy. He's a rhythm guy. He's basically stating exactly what we were talking about earlier when he was elaborating here about what he meant about feeling included in the offense with Tom Thibodeau and the Knicks. And clearly you can see what he means. Last year, he was playing more of his game. This year, he's asked to play a type of style that he's not normally used to playing. So because of that, he has to grow into that type of player. And that's going to take a lot of effort, a lot of practice, and a lot of consistency. For me, I wouldn't do that with Josh Hart because it doesn't make sense. I would actually play him to his strengths where he would have more impact for this team, where he had impact for this team last year. I would allow him to do that because clearly, number one, he wants to do that. And that's where he's most effective for this team, number two. So why not do that? It would help the Knicks and help him. I think it helps everybody if you do that. I don't know why Tom Thibodeau is forcing him, which it sounds like he is, to shoot, catch, and shoot open shots because that's not his game. Clearly not, because he's not comfortable in doing it. He hesitates on each and every one of those shots. So it's not his game. We have to make him be utilized in a different way that we can get more out of Josh Hart. Because if we keep utilizing him in the same way, he's going to continue to struggle in the same way, and everybody is going to continue to openly criticize him. We as a team, Tom Thibodeau as a coaching staff, must utilize Josh Hart better so we can get more of an impact from him, because that's going to help this Knicks team grow. Doing what we're doing now is not a way to help the Knicks grow, and clearly Josh Hart voicing this is actually concerning because it does speak to the fact that maybe multiple players on the team feel the same way that Josh Hart feels, and maybe he's speaking up not only for himself, but for those other people as well too. One player that comes to mind is actually Quentin Grimes, because in my opinion, Quentin Grimes is struggling just as much as Josh Hart, and Josh Hart's words would actually apply just to Quentin Grimes as well too. So maybe this is bigger than just Josh Hart. This story is going to continue to unfold as the days go by. A lot of people are clearly going to address it. And as it continues to unfold, I'm going to have the inside scoop. I'm going to get that information. And I'm going to cover it for you guys without a doubt. But what about you guys? Let me know in the comments. What do you think about this situation with Josh Hart and what he's saying about how he's being utilized in the offense? Let me know in the comments below, guys, because honestly, I would love to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment below. And of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knicks fans. Peace.